Hey guys, this is an Emerson Casablanca Classic. This is one of the Emerson models that had the Casablanca name prior to the Casablanca Fan Company. Well, I guess not technically. The friction drives had that name first. And actually, you know what? I'm tired, so I'm rambling. That raises an interesting tangent. Did Emerson sell fans as Casablanca prior to friction drives, like blender fans and the blender fans with the housing? I've only known those to be through Sears as turn of the century, but I also have never found a Sears friction drive new in box, so those might have been turn of the century as well. So, yeah, anyhow, all valid questions. But anyhow, this is the model Casablanca Classic by Emerson. And I forgot to get the information off the tag, so I'm going to go up in the ladder and do it, because I am curious which version this is. Is there a tag? Yes, right to the... I can't see it from the ladder, but hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, now I'm going to try to see it. CF-529AB-2, 0.85 amps. It is reversible. See the reverse switch there. I've talked in my 12 Wings videos about how they had different sizes of K55s they used in these. Some had bigger, some had smaller. I would assume since this is reversible, it's later, and would use a smaller one. But Casablanca uses the smaller ones, and those are 0.9 amps, and they fly. So that's really no indication. So, okay, low, 0.2. Emerson always has great low speeds, in my opinion. Well, not always, not in the 2-speed fans, small blender fans, etc. But in these classic 3-speed fans, the lows are beautiful. Medium, 0.58. So these are a childhood fan of mine in brown and brass. Oh wow, 1 amp on high. That thing flies. A little bit of vibration. Switch housing is loose. I didn't bother to open it and tighten it, so that could be it. Quite the ear mover, as one would expect. Let's go back here and see. Yeah, really no difference in anything else we've tested today. Faster. I've talked about Emerson's being slightly slower. Not this one. This one flies. So, yeah, I have an uncle that has a 40-foot sailboat called the Misleading. It's a pun or play on words. And if those unfamiliar with sailboats, 40 feet is big enough for it to have a kitchen and bedrooms and all that, but they're all very small. It's not. It's like a little miniature, apartment in the boat, but it's very, very small. The ceiling height, you got a duct. The kitchen might have enough room for half a sink and 1 burner. So it's very cool, but it's very small. And, well, very big by some standards. It's, if you're thinking of a big, luxurious, fancy boat, it's not that, but it is big enough to live on, And when we were kids, he used to take me and my dad out on that boat. And we'd go out and we'd live on Lake Michigan for about 2 weeks. We'd stock up on the least healthy food we could find and, go out on the boat and sail across Lake Michigan, stop at various little islands and stuff. And he docked the boat at a marina somewhere on Sturgeon Bay. And I always wanted to go inside because if I looked through the window, there were 2 of these in brown and brass on swag kits inside. But I never got to go inside. And at the time, I'd never seen them before. I'd never seen any Emerson with this type of flywheel before, other than the plastic ones and blender fans. So I was very confused because I thought I expected it to be more like an ornate 1895. And low reverse 0.2. So yeah, in my mind I was always confused, and there was a part of me that thought they could have been ornate 1895s, but they were these, and I wanted one for a very long time, and then I actually found one at a thrift store near where I used to live. Thrift store doesn't generally have fans anymore, but it's the thrift store where I find a lot of portables. They used to sell all kinds of ceiling fans. That was before we had Habitat for Humanity here. And they used to sell everything by the pound. So I'd just bring a pile of ceiling fan motors up to the front counter, and they'd weigh them, and it'd be, by the pound. $5 for, however many pounds of ceiling fan. Yeah, this is the flies. This is one I could see in Andy's parents' living room. Andy and I have talked about what fans might be appropriate for them. I could see this. They seem like Emerson sort of people, Let's reverse it. Let's see how it does on a decade box. 1 does nothing. 2, yep, 2 starts it. 0.1. I used to have a problem with putting 2 of these on the same control at 12 wings because they would hit a resonant frequency. And I believe I solved that. Don't remember what I did to solve it, but unfortunately I'm not there anymore, so for all I know, I burned out the wall control. And there's 2. 3.15, 4.21. Emerson wall control would give you the same low speed as the chain would. 5.27. These are just classy fans on low, if you ask me. 6.34. 7.4. 8.46, 9.52, 10.58. I can't remember what medium was. It's been a long day. 12.63, 13.69, 14.74, 15.78. 16.83. Wow, we're going quickly. 17.87. 18.91. 19.94. 20.97. I can see why we had a problem with resonant frequencies. These things seem to be yep, and I go over with 22. Here's high for reference, 1 on the nose. Let's drop that back. These usually hum with solid state controls because there's no rubber. No rubber here, no rubber here. So, but they're remarkably quiet if you don't introduce the unclean AC. Oh wow, starting all the way back on 0.07. Just for reference sake, what was it on 1? Oh, 1 was 0.03. That's not enough for it to start. Did it start on 2? It did start on 2. Okay. So you could probably get started on like a 1.5. Where's 0.07 again? Eighth of a turn, 0.14. Eighth of a turn, 0.31. Eighth of a turn, 0.52. Eighth of a turn, 0.78. So not horrible, but I wouldn't want it in my bedroom. High, 0.96. Okay, 0 to high is all that's left. I like the plain ones of these better just because I've seen less of them over the years. But, man, if those castings aren't beautiful. And the thing is, I don't know what fan this would have been copying. Let that sink in for a second. This is not... excuse me. I've talked about how every fan over the years has been a replica or a copy of something else. The blender fan, obviously not. That was just them, you know, sticking blades on a motor, and this is what happens. But then when I put the blender fan with the housing had the vents from the old R&Ms. And I guess the friction drives are kind of an animal all to themselves, too. I can't think of what those would be copying. But then the... yeah. This, I can't think of what... That's a question I need to ask. Maybe I'm just too tired to think of it. But what were these replicating or copying with that ornate pattern? And the ornate badges. Okay, 0 to high. Huh? Does not going over 1 amp. I said does not going over 1 amp. That was very grammar of me. Okay, well, that's the last video of today. Got a lot of fans to load in my car because I'm going to be shipping out a whole bunch tomorrow, hopefully, if I get time. And, yep, many great things are happening with fans, so thanks for watching.